Erica Mena onto the soundstage, the studio lights faded to a gloomy gleam. Her visage was opaque, her motions methodical. Every step she took was discreetly tracked by 1,000 camera lenses. With the possibility of controversy, the atmosphere was tense and charged. Just a few moments ago, there were whispers in the air. Like smuggled secrets, crew members exchanged glances. A big thing was going to happen. Now, Erica was in the middle, prepared to explode the truth on national TV. She inhaled. It faltered. She then straightened her back and turned to face the camera. Last night, I was compelled to remain in a room with Mendeecees Harris against my will, she said, her voice faltering but blazing with passion. A knife-like gasp sliced through the studio. People turned. As though everyone remembered the mics, murmurs began and then ceased. Was it accurate? Was there a limit to reality TV? Or was this the start of an extremely perverse publicity gimmick? Erica went on. It began with a simple dinner invitation. Nothing more. I agreed because I trusted him. Because I believed I would be safe. But by the end of the night, I realized I couldn't leave. Members of the crew exchanged shocked glances. A camera operator paused in the middle of a pan, his fingers shaking a little. Mendeecees sat quietly at a makeup table across the room, his mouth clenched and his eyes fixed on his phone. With her arms folded and anxiety evident in every line of her body, Rashida stood close to the monitors. Erica held up her phone. These messages, they tell the story better than I can. She gave the screen a tap. The first text, "You owe me tonight," appeared on the studio display. The room fell silent. A few crew members turned their heads away. Others just gazed, unmoving. Mendeecees raised his head. His face wavered between surprise and embarrassment. He muttered, "I thought I was showing care," in a scarcely audible voice. Rashida did not respond. Erica went on. She spoke steadily now. "When I stood up to leave, he blocked the door. I asked him twice. He didn't move. I felt cornered. Trapped." Acting out the scene, she held out a hand towards a hypothetical exit. Her disturbed yet controlled expression spoke more than words. I couldn't believe it, she acknowledged. I felt like my body didn't belong to me. Like I had no control. Her eyes glistened with tears, but she held them back. The filmmaker held out a hand. Break. Lighting reset. Life came to the team. With her chest rising and falling quickly, Erica collapsed into a chair. Mendeecees came over. Gentle steps. Words with care. "Please," he uttered softly. "I never meant to scare you." Erica gave him a look. Remained silent. Rashida intervened, her demeanor forceful. Although she remained silent, it was obvious from her position that Eric wasn't standing by herself. Once more, the cameras rolled. In a reenacted scene, Erica was now played by a stand-in actress. She put her hand against a prop wall, trembling, wearing a duplicate of the dinner dress. A shadow loomed behind her, a Mendeecees actor's figure, blocking the only way out. The scene was superimposed with Erica's voice. He stepped behind me, pressed into my back, and whispered, "Stay with me, or I'll make you regret it." The actress flinched. It was oppressively tense. Erica was back at the monitor, watching. She tightened her jaw. With tears in her eyes, Rashida bit her lip. Another cast member, Jesse, came forward. "We're here for you," he added softly. Erica gave a nod. Cut was called by the director. They changed to an up-close view. Erica raised her phone once more. "He left me a voice message at 2 a.m. She hit the play button. The studio was filled with a male voice that was distorted. "I'm on my way. And you will stay." Like smoke, the words hung in the air. Dense. Uncomfortable. Erica's knuckles went white as her hand held her phone. Softly, "That's when I knew," she said. "I wasn't free." Mendeecees parted his lips to talk. He was stopped by her. "Please," she said in a piercing but kind voice. "Let me finish." She looked at the camera. "I'm not here to humiliate him. I'm here to share how fear can take hold. How it feels when no isn't enough." Rashida made contact. A silent squeeze of the hand. Erica gave a brief blink. The director then cut to a number of crew members' confessional footage. According to a camera assistant, I heard her ask to leave. Twice. Each time, he said no. Additionally, a makeup artist said, "It felt like quicksand. Like we were watching someone sink." A horrifying picture was drawn by these testimonies. Next, footage from social media. Instagram stories and tweets. Viral responses. "This is more than just drama," according to one tweet. "This is an appeal for assistance." Another, "I declined. The narrative is over. No sounds of laughter. No commercial cuts. Nothing but quiet. The burden of everything." The studio got ready for a scene involving a conflict. 3 seats. Erica. Rashida. Mendeecees. A counselor was seated close by. There was silence on the stage. The counselor put the question to Mendeecees, "Can you explain why you insisted she stay?" He took a swallow. "I was scared. Insecure. I thought if I could just keep her near, she'd understand how much I care." "That's not love. That's control," Rashida said sharply. Erica said, "Be calm. Steadfast. That night, I didn't feel love. I felt like a possession." She hung the words. Mendeecees closed his eyes and let the tears fall. His words, "I see it now, I'm so sorry." The filming stopped. The atmosphere changed. A little lighter. A tad more optimistic. Then there was a charades game. A pause in the shadows. Rashida and Erica joined forces. The laughter came back. Mendeecees made silly impersonations and joined Jezzy. But the weight was still there in Erica's eyes. Rashida gave her a mug of tea later in her caravan. "I'm sorry you went through that." Erica gave a nod. "Thank you for believing me." Mendeecees typed and erased a public apology outside. Again and again. He wasn't prepared. Not quite yet. The set was emptied as night fell. Erica strolled around the lot. Reflecting. Recalling. Rebuilding. She was joined by Rashida. Mendeecees came over. A few steps away, he came to a stop. "Good night," he announced. Erica gave a nod. Rashida smiled slightly. Together, they left. There was more to the drama of the day than just a plot. It was a reckoning. The facts were out. The recovery was underway. Under a gray sky, the studio lot came alive the following morning. Every crew member moved with silent purpose, their eyes darting towards the soundstage where the aftermath from the previous day still remained, and the usual buzz of production felt muted. First to arrive was Erica Mena. She wore a simple outfit, and her posture still bore the scars from the night before. No one said anything, but she received a few polite nods as she entered. She handed over the supper segment set, which had not been touched since the incident. The lights were still shining on wine glasses. Candles sat unused and chilly. Her breath caught as she stopped and gazed at the table. Echoes of a night she was trying to forget were still present in the air. Mendeecees Harris was scrolling through his phone across the room. He leaned forward with his shoulders. He had not slept, and his eyes were sunken. The screen was overflowing with headlines: "Accused in onset incident, reality star, the show format is shaken by Erica Mena's brave confession." The phone was locked by him. Not a word. Rashida, who was now always steely and sympathetic, came in behind him. She looked around the room, absorbing every signal, every change. She approached Erica and nodded silently. It was crucial. "We're live in 5. This will be the follow-up. Capture reality. Don't script it," the director said, diffusing the tense situation. Crew members prepared a reenactment on a smaller soundstage. In a replica of Erica's gown, an actress stood poised. The dining set had been recreated, even down to the fake departure door. Nearby, Erica was seated in a director's chair. The past blazed on the monitor in front of her. She started by narrating over the reenactment. "I thought sharing a meal was simple. Safe. But it wasn't. When I tried to leave, he blocked the door. When I asked him to move, he wouldn't. By moving forward, backing away, and putting her hands on the door that wouldn't open, the actor acted out the dread." Mendeecees watched from afar back on the main stage. Rashida was by his side. Whispering, "I thought I was showing love," he said. "But I didn't listen. I didn't see her fear." Rashida remained silent. She simply gazed at him, awaiting something beyond words. Erica, Rashida, and Mendeecees were gathered for a confessional-style panel following the recreation. 3 seats. 3 microphones. 3 realities are awaiting revelation. First to sit was Erica. Rashida at her side. After a moment, Mendeecees moved to the opposite side of them. The moderator was the counselor. "We need to talk about intent versus impact." "Mendeecees, do you believe you hurt Erica?" Mendeecees clenched his jaw. "I didn't mean to. But yes. I see now that I did." Erica spoke steadily but softly. "It's not just what happened. It's that you didn't stop when I asked. You didn't believe my no." Rashida bent closer. "You didn't listen to either of us." With tears in his eyes, Mendeecees glanced from one to the other. "I was scared of losing everything. I thought if I kept her close, she'd understand I cared. But I confused control with love." Erica gave a small nod. "Love doesn't trap. It frees." The ensemble filmed a planned brunch scene later that day. But as soon as the cameras started rolling, fact took precedence over fantasy.